Hello everybody. Okay. I know I'm gonna break my one rule just one time, but listen. Here's what I'm thinking about the lore of the FNAF series so far. Okay. A little kid was bullied by his big brother, and this is in the game in 8-bit graphics, or Atari style graphics. Well, anyway, he was bullied by his brother and his brother's friends. After he beat 5 nights like normal, he was thrown into Golden Fredbear's mouth. And I'm thinking like this: what the fuck? What the fuck did I just see? Yeah, and some people have not even bothered to look at the source code before the game was initially released. That it's actually the byte of 83. So Sky's been misleading us ever since from FNAF 1 that there's a byte of 87. When it's 4 years before. So the first call we got in the first game is basically, when it comes to the byte part, that's a bunch of bullshit. Now here's what I get. FNAF 4 actually is the origin story of the Marionette. I thought it was the origin story of Golden Freddy, but apparently it's the origin story of Marionette, and then FNAF 2 carries with the Marionette. Like in the box, after you beat the 7th night of FNAF 4, it says, "Some things are best left forgotten for now." And you see 2 locks, and you say, "Give me that fucking box! Give me that fucking box! I gotta unlock it! I gotta unlock it!" Well, what am I think? Well, what if we think, like, let's take this 10-piece chicken nugget lunch box. 10-piece nugget box right now. And let's say that this is the box that contains the Marionette, and you just want to open this fucker, and you say, "No, some things are best left forgotten for right now." Yeah. And then it starts eating away at you after 4 years or so, thinking, what the fuck is still in that box? And then somehow someone manages to unlock the damn box, and then the Marionette pops out, and here's where FNAF 2 comes into play. Okay, so the Marionette basically has the kid that died in the hospital bed. Like, okay, throughout FNAF 4, you see like medicine, a little thing that has like, you know, like in a hospital where you have like those emergency water things that if you squeeze when someone's connected to it, it stops their breathing. Like those, plus get well card. Plus there are also get well cards. Now, if you're wondering how I'm knowing all this, I just watched a bunch of players actually play FNAF 4, and I've been gathering info, thinking like, okay, Mark, you need to like put FNAF 4 at the beginning of the list, and FNAF 2, and then FNAF 1, and then FNAF 3. Delete anything else that does not include. But that's just his way of doing a FNAF playlist. Okay, back to my assumption. FNAF 2 is where we are introduced to the Marionette. And here's where things take a turn. We never once see Purple Guy in FNAF 4, so I'm thinking in the assumption, was the Marionette's father the Purple Guy? Apparently so, because you see in your bedroom, like, multiple purple objects. So that had to lead to the assumption that Purple Guy was the Marionette's father. Mind blown. And here's where things get crazy. The kid wants to stop his father from committing a large killing spree. The Marionette is never once seen anywhere in FNAF 1, but here in FNAF 2, we see it a bunch. And I think the Marionette's been trying to prevent prevent us from getting killed by the purple guy. Or I could just be losing my mind and thinking random shit. So anyway, we also are seeing the pre-forms of the animatronics from FNAF 1. Bonnie, Chica, Freddy, Foxy. And after FNAF 2, we don't see Balloon Boy anywhere on FNAF 1. Thank God. So, and after you beat FNAF 2, there's an article saying that the toy animatronics are being scrapped and the older ones are being put in a smaller area for a smaller budget, and that's where I'm thinking the second or third Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria takes place. And after you beat FNAF 1, you kind of see where this is going, guys. FNAF 3 is the last one. And this is where we're introduced. I completely left out something. Springtrap was in FNAF 4. We'll see him anywhere for the past 2 decades. Until FNAF 3. Yeah, basically Springtrap's been hiding this entire time in the Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria place, locked up where nowhere, not even the cameras or the animatronics are allowed to go. Like the power generator room in FNAF 1. Do you really think Springtrap could have been down there the entire time, or was he locked up in Fazbear's horror attraction? Fazbear's Fright. That's where we are secondly introduced to Springtrap, the main antagonist of the third game. And the cutscenes, like before you start, like after you complete a night, say like, oh yeah, and there's also hidden mini games in FNAF 3. Like you have to like find like cupcakes, the Balloon Boy poster, everything. Because if you don't, you'll get a bad ending and you'll have to complete the game all over again, but find these hidden obstacles. You gotta take the cake to the crying child. Man, Scott, you really made one impressive lore, but I figured it out before. I think I kind of figured it out before the game theorist. Yeah, they figured it out before me, but I'm the second person to find out about the lore and crack the code. Okay, so you decided to make all the ghosts of the 5 children actually turn on the purple guy, because that's basically what they were supposed to be programmed to do. And we see that Springtrap, or the purple guy, was caught in Springtrap thinking, because there was so much water on the floor, just like the tiniest bit of water can set off all those traps in the Springlock suit. And trust me, if you have a Springlock suit snap on you, don't even bother trying to get up. You have to learn how to get control of the suit like this. And I bet it took the purple guy 20 years to figure out how to get... I think it took the purple guy a long time to, like, get control of the suit. Yeah, try imagining how to run a Springlock suit without the shit snapping. Like, I saw some pictures, like, the mouth part was like right here, and there were some traps like right here, and there was fucking eyes. That shit must have to hurt. And he's been decaying on the inside out after all these years. Yeah, and I was actually just thinking all this through, guys. I was just like role playing them in my head, like, okay, how should I do this in a review? How should I do this in a review? So that's my thought and opinion. That's my thought and theory on how the FNAF lore goes. Like down in the, type in the comments if you think I'm right, or if you don't like, just don't say anything. But if you want to help make the channel grow, hit the Godzilla button right here and subscribe to the channel and make it grow. See you guys in the next video.